Hey everyone, welcome to Breakout Wednesday. I'm redoing this because the video bloody cut out at 9 minutes for some reason. It's 9 p.m. now on the West Coast, coming up to midnight on the East Coast. First of all, remember, this is not financial advice, not a financial advisor. This is simply a video blog on how one trader sees the market, and everyone needs to take responsibility for their own decisions. Let's get to that. Here is the All Ords. Obviously, it's looking pretty good, and it's a pretty sick market and big moves. Quickly, I'm going to rattle through some of the trades that I've been talking about, and this part was in the video I did before, so many people have heard it already. RRL is still cruising, and I was talking about this channel, right, and how it's kind of left this upper channel, and how if you look back, through history, when, especially Dan Zanger talks about it a lot, where it leaves, you've got a rising channel, and then it leaves that rising channel to the upside, and then if it tends to be historically a very, very, very good sell signal if it goes parabolic when leaving that upwards channel, right? If it kind of mulls about and comes back and bounces off moving averages, then it's kind of not applicable. But if this just goes parabolic, I'll probably look to get out of RRL. CSCs took some patience, hey. Stop here, just never got stopped out. And it's just like the title of this week. It's like, just let the damn trade play out. Like sometimes it's just it's the way to just stay in this game and make money, or it's just you come up with a plan. Usually, hopefully, the market's closed. It's at night time or the market's closed. You'll find a setup. You come up with your plan. You write it down. You commit to it. You put your damn orders in. You have your rules, and you just let the damn thing play out. That right there is how to trade. I think where people go wrong a lot, and because get to meet quite a few people these days, and it's just live. It's just like Davis in, when he went back to New York and was hanging out with his broker every day, and nearly went broke because the noise killed him. And I think everyone thinks they need live data and they need access to their phones, and they're on Twitter and they're messaging people, and that's pretty much what kills most people. You know what I mean? Whereas if you just block the noise out and let the trade play out, no matter what, you tend to be a winner in the long run, right? FMG got stopped out on this, came down, closed below its 30 exponential, got out. I had to give like a fair bit of that, obviously, of that unrealized profit, and that's life. I wanted to have a chance to be in a big move, and that's the price you pay. Sometimes you need to give back your open profits, and if you want to be in a runaway winner, then shit happens, and sometimes a winning trade gets squashed and choked out for a break even or whatever. MI6, still in it. Just hasn't gone crazy, has it? Like that could all get wiped out in one candle. So I'm just hoping for an explosive move from there, and if I don't get it, then fair enough. But let's see what happens. And I just wanted to quickly talk about NSCR before I talk about the last one. This is US stock that I'm still in. I mean, the Aussie dollar's been rallying hard, so that's been working against his position. But in terms of the move, it's just trended so beautifully. It hasn't even really gone below a 10 exponential. So anyway, and one of the setups from last week, TAM. I know a bunch got it because I've been messaged from a bunch about it, and I talked about it last week. Go back and listen if you missed it, and you want to learn. But this VCP here, just all these tight candles, just so perfect. Print that off, put it next to your toilet or whatever, your bed, and just look at it all the time if you're a new trader and you don't know what the best trades look like. But I love that because it's this blue sky, and it's a Davis box, and it was a gold stock. Strongest sector, blue sky, VCP, 20 days of sideways tight action, boom. Okay, like it's all you need to know, right? And then let's just get to some new trades quickly. FSLR. This is this stock that I was in here, and I got stopped out for a small loss. Okay, and it faked out above that high. Got in, this day faked out above the high, and then quite often the failed patterns can lead to explosive moves, and really trading the failed pattern is the best setup sometimes, right? So this is just setting up here, and I reckon if it breaks there, there's a good chance it's going to have another leg down. So that is a short I'm looking at. Now IPH Matt Hope has posted this, and I just wanted to quickly talk about it, right? Beautiful setup, right? And if this was, what it's got going for it is that it's flushed out here and it's flushed out here. Serious signs of bottom in action, okay? And then it's got this clean resistance line with a cup and handle, right? Perfect, okay? In terms of it's a beautiful, lovely looking pattern. Now, That's what it's got going for it. You got a good risk reward here. You can put your stop here, and you can have a crack coming up here, and it's good 3-to-1, 4-to-1 trade potentially, right? What it doesn't have going for it is this overhead supply is pretty fresh. Like this is only like, you know, August last year. Here's only September last year. It's pretty fresh in people's minds. So the chances of a fake out is higher. Here's the 200-day moving average, this yellow line. So it's still below it and it's still trending down. Even the 150 days trending down. Okay. And so it's not, this isn't a mature base. Like if that went sideways for another 4 or 5 months and all these moving averages came down, flattened up and started pointing up, then it would be a mature base, and the odds of it being a huge move on a breakout would be statistically a lot higher. Okay, so is it perfect? No. Is it a good looking pattern? Yes. The other thing not going for it is the sector. Like it's not gold stock, it's not a metal stock, it's not a uranium stock. Now, could this break out and go batshit crazy? Yes, because it's a great setup. But there are some stuff going against it, and it depends what sort of trade you are, right? I'm not going to take it because I'm just looking for TAM type blue sky events, right? I just want this blue sky shit breaking out in the best sector in the new highs, okay? After a period of VCPs for around 4 weeks or more, okay? Now, that's it. Now, I'm not saying it's not going to go crazy. Matt's probably going to cash in on that. And, you know, he picks a lot of awesome setups, cashes in all the time, but that one he'll be in without me. AUR, okay. Now, I'm just quickly going to rattle through a bunch of stocks, which not, you know, most of them aren't ready, okay. But remember, if you remember back, I was talking about TAM when it wasn't ready, when it was back here, and it was basing, and then finally it gave 8-9 days of just tight action here, and then it was ready. Okay, so the whole point is I'm doing my Dava scans and all my other and my inside bar scans, and I'm just plugging these things in watch lists, and I'm waiting to see if they can become perfect like TAM was. AUR, okay, setting up here, blue sky, good sector, okay, you can see how that base for longer, it could be pretty sweet. EOS, okay, you guys remember those older members that have been around, right, during post-COVID, I think it was, and then just this move. I mean, we've been in this stock a lot of times, and it's trended so nicely, and now it's got this bigger kind of cup with a handle, and it's just tightening up there. Aerospace and defense, okay, it's not quite ready, but if it can give me another, I think it's about another 1 to 2 weeks in that tight range, and boom, okay, it could be pretty good. And there's a lot here that aren't ready, but could be in a week or two. FRB, okay, you can see what I'm looking at. Power play, massive move, you know, base in, okay, it's too fresh, it's too immature, but if that can base for longer, it could be pretty epic. GG8, okay, there's heaps here, okay, GG8's like, you know, it's a bit of a looser base, isn't it? You know, but we've got that on the watch list. It's WCE, okay, another one, base in, okay, there's so many, and you can't trade them all, but they're all setting up, and you just need to pick the ones in the best sector that you like the odds of. GPR, another one, okay, that needs longer. IVR, shit, IVR is pretty sweet. Okay, that's got everything I need, and statistically, just I just take every trade that looks like that, and I'm going to win way more often than I'm going to lose. Okay, and the trades I lose, no biggie, no shits given, just get the hell out, cut it, and the trades I win, you know, make a lot more than the trades I lose. Okay, LTR, this is this stock that I was talking about like a while back. You know, I got out of it, and you know, then it just trended up, you know, for a while, and looks pretty sweet up here. But you know, you look at that and you think, oh, it's extended, and it is 100%. Okay, it's not ready, but you know, that stays up there for longer, probably another 2 weeks, tighten, bang. Okay, that would, I'd get interested in that. So watching that. SPD, yeah, I mean, precious metal stock. So you know, let's just have a little look-see. Yeah, could be pretty sweet, couldn't it? Okay. Now, obviously, I'm finding all this in Davis. Okay, Davis, good old, going in, and just pretty much a scan I'm doing right now. I put my RS filter on above 70. I only look for stocks above 200 exponential because I don't want to, you know. And that's it, you know, I'm just looking for those babies, and just finds endless sweet setups like the TAM one, and the SPD one and the IVR one, and there's so many just potentials. When I look at the charts right now, I just see opportunity everywhere, and you just got to keep calm and just take the best setups that fit your plan, because there's certainly no lack of opportunity. Okay, where people are hurting, the people that just blindly, and it's a bit hypocritical because I'm blindly holding some CBA and stuff like that, as I've talked about, but I did manage to get out of this guy. But I've been chatting to Rod and Craig, some PT members privately, about how there's got to come a time when this stuff gets so hammered that you start dollar cost averaging into it in long term. I'm talking 10, 20, 30 years, super fund accounts and all that sort of stuff. When is that price? Okay, because is AI going to help hurt Zero's business that much that they're going to get wiped out? I'm dubious. Wouldn't AI just help them, cut costs and have even better software? I don't really know. I'm probably not smart enough to all that shit, but maybe AI will, take away their business. I don't know, but I'm not saying the moment's now, because I really do think that they can go heaps lower. I really do. TNE, Zero, who knows where the bottom is? I know that anyone that tries to pick a bottom usually is wrong, and it's just like a big uptrend. I know that big downtrends tend to go a lot lower than anyone thinks, just like big uptrends go higher than most people think, and so Zero could come back down to these lows here at $63, 100%. I wouldn't bat an eyelid at that. And from $200 to $63, is that a good time to start buying? I don't know. I don't have the answers, but I think it depends on people's timelines and if they are happy to show massive losses if it did go down another 50%. And it depends if people are going to dollar cost average or not. But I think it's interesting to talk about and think about in terms of long-term investing. How different is it, okay, to trading? They're just so damn different, right? And all I care about when trading is finding my blue sky opportunities where I can get in and dump the shit out of it after it has a huge rally. But the long-term investing stuff, my biggest one obviously talked about is ResMed, and I've been through a lot of pain with ResMed over the years when it's had these big pullbacks, remember when the Ozempic came out and all that shit, and but long term, I'm just a massive believer in the business. I think it's one of the best companies listed on any stock market, and I think when you have that conviction and that belief, you can only do one thing, and it's just buy more of it when you can. Take care, everyone. I'm going to get out of here. Hope this buddy worked this time, because I'm definitely not doing it a third. Cheers, mate.